Eloquent as always. And if you guys, if any of you would like to seize the opportunity, for rare opportunity to ask Peter directly a question too, you know the answer will be interesting. That's a promise. What else would you guys like to know? Yes.
So I saw that y'all had your photography and you were very methodical in your directing process. How did you guys come about knowing like who all you needed, roles, what roles to play, and all that?
Yeah, you know, it is true. We started in 1981, where our only reference in looking up, well, how do you make a movie? Now that we've decided to remake Raiders Lost Ark, naively thinking it'd take a mere summer. We know it'd take 7 years. We would have been terrified. And the film section of the local Walden books at Sink River Mall in Goshen, Mississippi, is the best repository of information. So yeah, you sort of grope around in the dark a little bit. But you know, things like, okay, here's a list of the credits of Raiders. All right, so we need a script supervisor. What's that? Best boy? Okay, director of photography. We know, slide, and through the years we got more granular, and as we reshot certain scenes over and over again by osmosis, picked up things about filmmaking. That's one of the nice things about doing a remake. There's a yardstick to hold up to, and you know when, okay, not good enough yet. Let's reshoot. So yeah, film school on the fly, really. Okay, a couple more questions. What else are you guys curious about? Yes?
I was wondering if you were that learned, what castling under that, how it just looks like, how would you describe that?
So the question was I badly burned when I stunt doubled for the character of the ratty Nepalese in the bar scene? Actually, that was the time, that was the shot that inspired your joining our project. So yes, it was pretty, but thankfully, yeah, no burn scars back here. My hair got singed, however, and the smell of burnt hair, which smells really horrible, filled the basement room. And it felt like there was this big electrical blanket turned up to high on my back. And that was the main sensation, that and the building sense of panic. And so the kids rushed forth with the planned smothering blankets and throw it immediately on me, and in their eagerness, take it off almost immediately. On, off, fanning the flames higher, And finally, Chris throws me to the floor and gets me to roll over while in the foreground they're reading the instructions on the fire extinguisher. Hold in. And yeah, our moms had a problem with this for some reason. So anyway, so thankfully, yeah, no injuries, though it could have turned out very badly. And just a good segue for the only solemn moment I do in these Q&As, and that is, kids, please don't try this at home. We were young, we were dumb. It's a miracle no one got killed there. So, thanks for your question. All right, so a couple more. Yeah.
If you have Boulder number 5, where is it located?
So if we still have Boulder number 5, where is it located? Yeah, it's been in my mom's backyard at Many Oaks, the big sprawling house that you saw in the dock. Up until recently, Mom and Dave just recently sold the house. They're not getting any younger, so they had moved into a charming, smaller house, easier to manage. That house was a full-time job, and so it was necessary to relocate the boulder. So we moved the boulder like 2 miles away to my wife's parents' house, also known as Spring. But at some point, wherever we drop anchor after this tour is over, I imagine I'm going to be, once again, traveling across the country, drawing stairs with something Raiders-related towing behind me, Boulder. And last question, yes? the second question, advice specifically in terms of how to make it on not a lot of money? Okay. So, and the first question was, oh yes, would I recommend film school? Having first learned how to make a film through, osmosis, through trial and error, and then when I went to NYU Film School with one more year to go on Raiders, learning it more methodically. Yeah, it was a very different experience, and there's really no substitute for doing. If I had to compare the two experiences, I'd say the former, film school on the fly, is more essential. I learned things from film school I didn't, like such as coverage. That you don't learn from the exercise of remaking a film. But yeah, I felt, and of course Spielberg didn't go to any noteworthy film school. It bears worth noting. So I think it enhances, but is non-essential. That kind of sums up where I'm at with it. And then as far as how to get it done, how to remake a $22 million movie on your allowance. Begged, borrowed, we didn't steal, but things like the truck. We found where we're going to get a truck that we can beat the hell out of. Well, how about this truck back behind cottage number 4, half sunken in the marsh, with rotted off tires, and spend afternoons pulling the tires off and putting new ones on and building a wooden frame and nailing army canvas and 18 cans of army spray paint. To this day, I still associate the aroma of spray paint with my childhood. In short, trying to do a lot with a little. High on creativity, low on budget. Raiders was a good training ground for us to do that too. Over the course of the 5 years, our 7 years, our best guess maybe is 4,000 birthdays and Christmases becoming profit and cost employment opportunities. So, anyway, I hope I answered your question.
Well, last question here is, when did Spielberg last call? You guys buddies?
No. But I'll be delighted to take that call. Still.
I'm sure. Well, great.
Good. Thank you so much for coming to the festival once again. Remember the 415 screen.